Hello everyone, I'm Janine from the Vision Division. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be assembling the Bush Furniture Cabot L shaped computer desk in espresso oak. In this video I'm going to show you most of the process, so I have time-lapsed the video. Feel free to pause or slow down any parts you need to see fully. This desk came in 2 boxes which were fully packed, as you can see. This is all the hardware that comes in the boxes. With each step, I will show you which hardware is needed. No tools were included, so you will need a Phillips screwdriver and a hammer. Measuring tape is optional. I didn't have a hammer, so I used the hard part of the screwdriver, but to complete this assemble, I had to buy a hammer. In this step, I'm screwing in 5 KD bolts. I'm placing the tack glides on the bottom as well as screwing in 2 mounting plates with 8 by 5/8 inch screws on the C-board. Now I'm placing 6 wood dowels on 3 sides of the K-board. In this step, I'm screwing in 5 KD bolts on one side of the D-board, then flipping it over to put 2 more KD bolts in. And lastly, place the tack guides on the bottom. This is where I realized I'm supposed to place them 1 inch from the edges, so I use measuring tape. In this next step, I'm placing 2 wood dowels in board Z and screwing in a stopper on board L. Then connect board K with board Z. Now I connect all the boards I just assembled together. The instructions say that you need assistance, but this particular time I was able to do it by myself. After putting the boards together, we're going to place KD cams on 10 of the KD bolts, including under board Z. I had had to wrap my legs around it to keep the board secure and in place as I screw the KD cams tightly on all of the KD bolts. There are 2 slides with levers and 4 slides with wheels. You must separate and assemble the 2 with levers separately. Push the lever up and pull to separate. In this next step, screw in 5 KD bolts and the slider part without the lever. This was a little tricky. You must screw in the first 2 screws, then slide the slider to reveal the 3rd screw hole. Make sure before you do this that the holes line up in all 3. Next, screw in one of the sliders with the wheels. Make sure you are using the correct one. This step calls for Z89898. Now turn over board E, place the tack gliders 1 inch from the edge, and screw in 2 more KD bolts. The next step is exactly the same, just with board F and slider with wheels number Z89899. Make sure the sliders are in the opposite direction than the previous step. With this next step, you will put 4 wood dowels in board M, 2 in board O, and 2 in board N each. Board N has 2 pieces. In the next 2 steps, assistance is definitely required. We are connecting board E, F, M, N, both pieces, and O with 10 KD cams. Off camera, I connected board O to one of the N pieces. Remember to put KD cams under board O.
You're like the wind. You're like a butterfly.
Uh-oh, I put board M backwards.
Need to be seen. You always need to fly.
Put 3 wood dowels in board I and 3 KD bolts in board J, along with the tack glides on the bottom. Please take note that this step says put the tacks 3/8 from the edge, but I put it 1 inch because I didn't notice that it changed.
It always takes you there. Always the same routine in the morning. You always leave me without a warning. Without you here, babe, I'm feeling lonely. Come on and calm down my body, baby.
Connect and secure board L and J with the KD cams. Here you can use the cover caps to cover the KD cams so that they don't show. And here's Zoe. Say hi, Zoe.
You fly back to me, but it's okay now.
Okay, so here's where I did the next few steps differently than the instructions. First, I put 4 wood dowels in board H. Then I put 4 wood dowels in board G. Then I connected board H to board I. I had to lay the pieces down to connect them. Placing 2 KD cams in board H, then 3 10 by 1 inch screws in board I.
You always leave me without a warning. Without you here, babe, I'm feeling lonely. Come on and calm down my body, baby.
Now I need more assistance. I'm connecting board G to board J using 3 10 by 1 inch screws. Then connecting the other end of board G to board E using 2 KD cams. Then I place the cover caps on all 4 KD cams. And place the shelf pins. In board A, screw in 13 KD bolts and 1 wire hook. Watch out for that screwdriver. Then screw in 2 metal straps with 10 by 5/8 screws. Place board A on top of the left side of the desk. Make sure to line it up. Everything should fall into place easily. Follow up by placing 13 KD cams to secure the top. Then use cap covers on all the cams. Next, we're going to work on board B. Screw in 9 KD bolts. Now place board B on the right side of the desk. Secure the KD bolts with 9 KD cams and top them off with the cover caps. Where those 2 metal straps meet, screw them into board B under the desk. I pulled on the top to make sure it was securely in place while I screwed in the screws. These These drawer brackets use 10 by a ½ inch screws, and the pull knobs use M4 by 25 millimeter screws. So you're going to use the smaller drawer brackets on board Q and the round pull knob on board Q. Whereas on board T, you're going to use the longer drawer brackets and you're going to use the longer pull handle. Now to make the drawers. We're going to attach board R to board Q and use 6 by ½ inch screws. Then attach the second R board to the other side of the Q board. Be sure that the slats are facing each other. Slip the W board, which is the bottom, in the slats. Then attach the back piece, which is board S, with 10 by 1 1/4 inch screws. Make sure the bottom piece is securely in the slats of all the pieces. On the sides of the two R boards, screw in the 2 remaining slide pieces with the wheels. Be sure to have the wheels facing the back of the drawer. To make the second drawer, place the second half of the sliders that you separated earlier, the parts with the levers, on the 2 U boards on the finished side of the boards. We're going to be using 3 6 by ½ inch screws in each board. Next, attach them to the T board the same way we did the other drawer. Place the bottom board W and then the back board V. So this larger drawer is a file drawer, so it comes with file bars. Place the 2 file extrusions on the sides, then the single file extrusion on the back, then the file bar behind the front board. Next, we have the door. Place the 2 hinges in the allotted slots on board P. Screw them in with 8 by 5/8 inch screws. Then screw in the round pull knob with M4 by 25 millimeter screws. Attaching the door, slightly unscrew the screws in the mounting plate on the left cabinet of the desk. Place the hinges on the screws. Now make sure the door is flush with the cabinet before tightening the screws. The USB port comes in two pieces, the one with the wire and the bottom. Place bottom with spikes facing up through the hole from under the table and click it in with the top part. This is a difficult part. Try to get somebody to help you with it. The charging station is a piece of velvet. Fold it and just place it where the shelf pins are. Time to put the drawers in. They fit perfectly. Now with this last step, I need a hammer to hammer all of the nails in the back panels. That was done off camera because I had to buy a hammer. And this is the finished product minus the back panels. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. And also you can leave me a comment. And please come back for more. I will be doing more videos just like this one and some other ones that I have planned for the future. Thank you for watching.